Hey, welcome to Film Fury. I'm Victor Lucas. This is Johnny Millennium. And before we start talking about Castlevania, we want to thank our good friends at the VFS School of Film. Now, Castlevania is a brand new series that just premiered on Netflix, and Johnny and I sat down and watched it together in my gaming nook. What did you think of Castlevania?
It was a gorgeous day outside.
Yes.
We have two older guys sitting inside watching Castlevania.
Hey, speak for yourself,
Speak
buddy.
for yourself.
All right.
I gotta say, like, we're both big Castlevania fans. We played all of the games.
Absolutely.
Right from the NES all the way up to now.
Yep.
What did you think? I love this.
Yeah, it was.
I absolutely enjoyed this quite a lot.
What a way to honor a franchise like this, right? And the one thing that you stop to think about is why haven't they been doing this all the way along with not only Castlevania but with lots of other, you know, fantastic video game
properties?
Yeah, Castlevania is perfect fodder for content like this. So the story kind of revolves around Trevor Belmont, and there are other characters that you know and love, but basically what you're dealing with is the fury and the terror of Dracula, and I think that is what this show does so well. It's only 4 episodes.
Yeah, and we don't want to ruin anything. We don't want to spoil anything. We honestly can say the storyline is excellent. It grips you. You're in.
I agree.
You feel the revenge in there. You feel all the characters. You get to know all of the characters.
I think you know, the central thing is that Dracula is ferocious. He's terrifying.
He's pissed.
But he's nuanced. There's a reason why he's so angry, and he basically
he has motivation. Yeah,
and he unleashes this army of demons, this horde that is unbelievably violent and vicious. There are babies in the mouths of demons. There are heads cut clean off. Trevor Belmont might whip somebody's eyeball out of their socket, and all of this is like in glorious, full,
beautiful animation.
Red D all over the place. It's unbelievable.
The sky is raining blood.
It rains blood in
this
show.
Quite honestly. And you know, it was the other day, I've been watching some anime again, and this is not an anime, this is an American-made production with obviously some Japanese influence in there for sure. But I was thinking, I can't remember the last time I saw a good bloody anime with lots of blood and guts and violence. Oh my God, we were screaming out loud going, oh my God, look at that, look at this.
People are cleaved in half, and yeah, there is gore and shocking stuff all the way through this thing.
Remember the guy with the broom trying to get the intestines down?
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Wonderful scene.
Very cool, but it isn't just that, right?
No.
Like there are actually lots of layers. There's a true love story in the middle of this. Actually, you know, the beginnings and the sort of subtleties of a lot more love blooming, and also a lot of history kind of hinted at, and it really makes you think, okay, they've got a long road ahead of themselves and lots of different cool
We haven't even started.
Yeah, I know, and 4 episodes as the premiere season it's such a tease.
It is.
Right? Because we don't get into any big epic sort of end game battles or anything like that. Everything is just sort of leading up.
Building up.
To an amazing crescendo, and I can't wait for more,
I can't wait.
Yes.
Now, it's funny, we were talking about this. It's only 4 episodes long right now, and you were saying that's kind of like British, you know, TV series.
Yes.
Sometimes they're very short, like Spaced or one thing like that. You know, so they can be like 9 episodes long, or Doctor Who, even for that matter. But wow, what you get is really good, and we just want more.
It's mature. Warren Ellis is the writer. He's you know, a comic book legend. Richard Armitage plays Trevor Belmont. He's terrific. Graham McTavish does an amazing job as Dracula.
Yes.
And then you know, one thing that we definitely called out and noticed is that this will not be the Pope's favorite show. There are lots of
Pope gives it 10 out of 10. We said, right?
There are lots of battles that take place between priests, and the church is challenged.
Crosses are burning and falling.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's going to like that for that reason.
A lot of priests get completely devastated in this show.
Well,
and
a lot of the priests are very corrupt.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, you know? Like, but I was saying, for any religious family out there, if I was a religious father and I came down and my son is watching that one scene in the church with the demon show up, I'm like, what the hell are you watching?
Exactly, what the hell, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought this was wonderful,
Yes.
and you know, like, Netflix has been killing it because they're obviously growing their install base and their subscriber count like crazy, but they're not squandering it, and they're taking big, good risks like this. And you know, as a video game fan, and I know you're a huge video game fan too, it's really fantastic to see properties like this being handled with such grace, you know?
Beautifulness. Like, and I know it sounds redundant to say the blood and guts, that was a risk.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do that, but they did, and they went over the top, and I applaud them for that.
I mean, when they went into 3D with the Lords of Shadow games, they went into some heavy M-rated territory, and that's clearly what they're doing now with Castlevania.
It's gotta be.
Certainly the 2D sprite-based stuff I mean, that doesn't look super mature and violent,
no,
right?
It's the
but
product of the time.
But it alludes to that maturity, right? It always has.
The gothicness of that era, in Castlevania.
And so this series, and long may it live on, and hopefully it just it keeps getting better and better from here. But it definitely honors that mature sensibility. I love Castlevania on Netflix.
I love it as well.
What are you going to give it?
I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Gets a 9 from me too. You guys gotta watch this. If you guys are inspired by shows like Castlevania for Netflix and would like to build your own, you can actually learn to do that in a year at the VFS School of Film. Go to VFS.edu to find out more.